and welcome to Sonic 3D Flickies Island on the SEGA Saturn. I am the Sheep and Dane, and today we will be tackling Sonic 3D Flickies Island. This is a pretty fun game created by Traveler's Tales, and it's an exceptional port from the Mega Drive original version. Actually, I think they both came out the same day in America. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, this is what some people consider to be the superior version of Sonic 3D. Some people think it's inferior to the original version. Me, I'm kind of half and half. I mean, this game has its own unique soundtrack in comparison to the original version, and it has improved visuals. Some people don't like the visuals and whatnot. I like the visuals, and some of the tracks I despise, and some of the tracks I actually prefer to the original Mega Drive version. So let's just go on, move right ahead into Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 3D Flickies Island. Wait for it. Oh yeah, this game has a lot of load screens, so get used to seeing a black screen, folks. Well, I might edit them out if it gets bad, but there we go! Sonic 3D Flickies Island. I hope you guys like the picture quality, because I have spent a lot of time just perfecting the video quality perfectly, because I've been having issues with the SEGA Saturn recordings recently, so it's been hours of trying to get footage perfect. Let's hope it works. Let's go. Press start to begin the game. But this is a really interesting Sonic game. It doesn't play anything like the original Sonic games, and this did come out on the Mega Drive as well as the Saturn, and it also came on the PC. All three versions of which have their own unique twists. I'll get into that a bit later on. For the most part, this version's identical to the PC version, except for the special stages, which we'll get into in a bit. But if you guys have ever seen the Mega Drive version but never seen this version, be prepared for a shock, because the graphics, this is not 16-bit. It looks nice, really nice. But to get over the controls, the D-pad, or if you have the 3D pad for the SEGA Saturn, which I don't, allow you to move. A button and C button jump, and the B button is spin dash, or just simple spin if you tap it while running. Trust me, you'll need to get used to this. And this game has a unique gimmick where you need to capture birds, whoop-de-doo, that are in the bandings. You might think, this is nothing new. They'd be doing that since Sonic 1. Yes, but the difference is, in Sonic 1, it's not required to kill every enemy. In this one, you have to capture all the enemies. This is a shield. It protects your damage for one hit. What I just picked up there was a medal. If you get 10 of them, you get an extra continue. Not that we'll ever use any continues, because, let's face it, this isn't the hard game. The hardest part of this game is compacting the controls, and that's it. Now, to get into special stages in this game, you need to get 50 rings, which are scattered throughout the level, find Knuckles or Tails, and walk up to them. Now, you might be wondering, what do you walk up to them? Yeah, they use your rings as currency to sort of teleport you to the special stages, which I'll show you where most of them are, and I'll tell you when the point of no return is, because once you reach a certain level, you can't get to it, and you need the 7 Chaos Emeralds to complete this game, so I'd say be careful. But once I struggle with the controls here, we'll go through this secret passage, and we first see this. This is the golden shield, folks. Best shield in the game. Why is it the best? This is the first game that introduces the homing attack, and this shield grants you the ability to use the homing attack. But either way, go through that thing and use Knuckles. Just talk to him. You can use him as a bank as well, so if you don't have 50 rings, you can sort of store rings up until the point of 50 to him, and But now it's time to get into the special stages. This is my favorite special stages of every Sonic game ever made. Every one. These are the best special stages ever, out of all of them. Yes, it's another half-byte special stage, so it's nothing new if you played Sonic games before. Collect the rings, get to the end without losing the rings, and you should be fine. I mean, the controls are still the same as it is in the overworld. The left and right move, B button rolls up into a ball, which you can use if you want. I'll show it down this pipe here. You can use it to gain extra momentum and speed in the special stages. I rarely use it though, because I don't know about anyone else, but it gives me a lack of control. But it can be used to get to the special bonus gates, which there's one of them now. These gates, if you reach them in the time limit, you get bonus rings, which can be used to, well, help you out getting the Chaos Emeralds. And as you can tell, this is the very first time Sonic is seen in 3D polygons. It's the first time you'll ever see a blue hero in 3D. It's not the last time, but it's the first. And it's quite interesting as well, because now even the game, there's a big story going on behind this. This game originally wasn't going to be on the SEGA Saturn, because my dog doesn't like it, apparently. No, because of, the SEGA Saturn originally had a Sonic game development called Sonic Extreme, which, obviously got cancelled, and this game came out as a result of that being cancelled on the Saturn. But all three versions of this game, because there's three separate versions of this that exist. There's the PC version, PC, Mega Drive, and Saturn version, all have different special stages. Now, for the most part, the PC and Saturn version are identical through and through, same soundtrack, same level design. Mega Drive version is the most radically different, but all of them have different special stages. The PC version being the worst special stage, I'd think, with the Mega Drive being the easiest. So, I can't really show off the PC special stages though, because I don't have... That's a lie, I do have the PC version of the game, I just can't get the sodding thing to run. It like divides by 0 on something, and my PC just goes, "No, you can't run Sonic 3D." Blah, blah, blah. So, it's part of the reason why I haven't done a Sonic R playthrough yet, because I never owned the Saturn version of Sonic R, and I don't even think it's worth the money to buy the Saturn version, because I got it on like Gems Collection. I got it on the PC. PC version doesn't work, so I might pick it up. So I've just mainly can't bother just Sonic R just yet, but we'll get into it. But one unique thing about the Saturn version is this game has, well, obviously graphical improvements from the Mega Drive version. I mean, 16-bit versus whatever bit this is. I actually don't know what bit the Saturn is. I think it's 64 or 32. It's either 32 or 64-bit console. I have no idea. Not that it matters. But, yeah, it has a lot of weather effects, a lot of graphical improvements, stuff like that, and apparently I think it was only a week to port it to the Saturn, which I find hard to believe considering the detail difference between the two copies. So, I don't know. Either who. Time to get going with Green Grove. Those rings, if you have all the flickies in an area, which are the things you collect in from the robots, you can go to the next section, rinse and repeat, blah blah blah, and let's move onwards. But yeah, the soundtrack is really a personal preference thing. Like, some people prefer the soundtracks for two different reasons. Like, the soundtrack in this version, you know, the CD-based soundtrack, fits the levels a lot more, they're more atmospheric. But while the actual Mega Drive soundtracks are a lot more melodic and a lot more like standard Sonic music, like, you know, ordeal. So it's mainly your preferences. Like, I like them both. Some stages I don't like on either version. Spring Stadium. Horrible stage. But getting back to the special stage things, because dear god, there's a lot explained in this game, surprisingly so as well. It's only a basic game, but special stages on this version, you can only access get one Chaos Emerald per act. Now, Tails and Knuckles appear in just about every stage in the game, but if you go down there, Tails is there, but it's pointless if you already have the Chaos Emerald, because you can't get 2 Chaos Emeralds in another act, so you'd just be wasting your time. But with that, let's move up to the exit of Act 1. And trust me, this is going to be a pretty long LP, folks, because, well, I say pretty long. It's going to be long for platforming standards, because the levels are more exploration-based, therefore they take longer to complete. But there's Act 1 of Green Grove complete. Let's get moving to successfully play through Act 2. I still hate the load times. The load times in this are obnoxious. Alright, so 5 minutes. The video length has been 10 minutes, apparently, according to my... No, then again, this is a PAL version. It might run a bit slower. No matter, though. No matter. We got this nifty little map screen. And later on, you'll really question Sonic's sense of direction, because he seems to go, like, the most zigzaggy way. You'd think the best thing to do is go straight to Eggman's base and just go, "Hey, Eggman, what's up? I'm gonna attack you." Oh, no, Sonic doesn't do that, no. He bloody... Hey, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just wander about the entire island, left to right constantly. And I love this track. This track's amazing. There's actually quite a few soundtracks in this game got remixed in Generations, which I'm happy, because I like both versions of Sonic 3D soundtrack. I'm not a big fan of the invincibility theme in this one, though. It's... I don't know, it just seems sort of... Doesn't sound like I would expect from an invincibility theme. Invincibility themes I seem to sort of think should be all like, "Yeah, you can't touch me, bitches, players, I'm Sonic the friggin' Hedgehog, woo!" But you don't really get a sense of this. It's just sort of like, "Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm unstoppable, bro. Yeah. In it, bruv. Are you dizzy?" And stuff like that. But be sure to collect all the rings as much as you can in the first section of the level, because just... remember, you can't access the final stage without the Chaos mode, so you can't access it, no matter what. Actually, it brings me back to a story back when I used to play this on my Mega Drive when I was a wee young lad. I used to... every now and then, my Mega Drive would sort of spaz out. It doesn't seem to do it anymore, but it used to spaz out and sort of activate the level select. I think I might accidentally cartridge tilted or something which activated it, but the level select in that game is sort of interesting because it seems to happen on complete random unless you input the code, which is quite an easy code in the Mega Drive version. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist in the Saturn version, but I'm not gonna need no level select, bro. Not gonna need it. Either who, time to get our funky jazz music going. Oh yeah, time to get ourselves Chaos Emerald number 2. Now these stages aren't actually that difficult, but compared to the Mega Drive special stages, which are pathetically easy to be honest. Mega Drive special stages, you can just run forward and jump occasionally and you'll win every single one of them. I haven't tested that by the way, but that's what I think you can do. For this version you do actually need to move left and right, otherwise good luck. Ouch. But it's still easy. I mean, you can mess up quite easily, but that's true of any special stage, really. It's quite easy to mess up, unless it's, well, Sonic 3D Mega Drive version. But as you can tell, even though I got hit, I'm still doing fine. I'm still... Ouch. Yeah, ouch. I scratch it, I'm not doing fine. Not doing fine at all, but fortunately we got this gate that'll give us the rings we need. So there is a lot of room for error. I normally do these without getting hit once. I think it's just recording curse. But I have to say, I really love this music of the special stages, and I definitely love the model of Sonic. It's really impressive for the time, because, like I said, this is like when 3D was in its early days. I mean, this is just when the PlayStation just came out, I think, 97. Was it 96 that came out, or 97? I can't remember. But this is basically unbelievable back then, because I'm honestly surprised the Saturn can't... Shut up, dog! See, the dog wants to say something about the Sonic game as well, but he just... No. Shut up! But Chaos Emerald 2 is now ours. Whoa! Radical, man! Sonic the Hedgehog! That's my name. And now my screen's gone black. That's very worrying. Is my recording still on? Oh, good, it is. I had a mini heart attack then, because I've had issues trying to record this this, well, just record in general the HPOG and these standard definition games. It's only just now I managed to get it working. So, I'm still a bit wary about it. But everything seems to be running hunky-dory. And seriously, these load times are almost equal to Sonic 06. Might be even worse, actually, than Sonic 06. But fortunately, the game is not as bad as Sonic 06, so it's entertaining enough for me to care about. Alright, be careful when you leave here, because that grenade on the ground there, it's really painful. Nice, colourful game, though. I mean, a lot of people think this version of the game is extremely washed out compared to the Mega Drive version, because the Mega Drive version has more pop-out colours, while this version has more graphical fidelity, so I don't know. To be honest, I actually prefer this version because those pop-out colours of the Mega Drive version kind of look horrible to me. They don't. At times, they don't even look like 16-bit to me. I don't know why. It's just when I see it, I just think, hold on, this looks like 8-bit floor tiles with 16-bit pre-rendered Donkey Kong Country character models. Because I think the actual sprites are done in the same style that Donkey Kong Country did their sprites, which is, you know, 3D model, pre-rendered, all animated in 3D and that, but, you know. Unfortunately, at this time, people already had Donkey Kong Country, so it wasn't such a big deal having stuff like this back then. Oh well. And plus, the new generation of consoles was out now as well at this point, and people are going nuts about 3D! Which is also part of the reason why the Saturn failed. I mean, come now. Alright, Tails is up here if you want him. I can't get him, I've already got an emerald in this act. But, you know. Actually, it is really strange how people went so against 2D a while after the 3D generation started, because I don't understand either why, because I love the 2D games, sometimes even more than 3D games, unless it's 3D collectathon platformers, in which case I'll fantastic. Banjo-Kazooie, I'm looking at you. Why did Rareware go? Well, they're still around in Microsoft, but let's face it, they haven't done anything notable. They don't even have the same team, so I don't even know if they can do anything as fantastic as the old Banjo-Kazooies anymore. Granted, Nuts and Bolts wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a Banjo game, but it wasn't a bad game. So, I don't know. It's all down to you. Alright, so nice cannon to take you back if you need to, but I don't need to. So let's get moving! Oh yes. I love this soundtrack. I can't stress it enough. The soundtrack in this game is fantastic. Fantastic. Whoa, hello. Alright, these things. There's also different types of flickies you can pick up from the enemies. There's these red ones that bounce about like friggin' lunatics. In the lava level, Volcano Valley zone, you are going to hate them. There's the green ones that actively try and get away from Sonic. You know, it makes no sense. I'm trying to rescue. Why would you run from someone trying to rescue? It doesn't. What them sense make? Then there's the blue ones, which the best ones, which actively try to, well, fly into you. Like so. Then there's the purple ones, which sort of fly around towards your general direction, but they don't directly go for you. So that was weird. Okay, my audio was sort of crapping out then, that's weird. Really hope that doesn't show up in the recording. Oh, still going nuts, what the hell? HPOG! HD PBR! Oh, now it's fixed again. Okay, it might just be some glitches. I'm hoping the audio gets picked up fine in the actual video. Well, I'm almost at the end of the zone, so I'm gonna restart the recording session after the zone's complete. But either way, we got everything we need. What is going on with the music? Let's get going and tackle the first boss of the game, folks. You know, I actually got a weird feeling that was actually my Saturn acting up and not my recording. Yeah, the sound seems fine now. I think it was just my Saturn acting up. SEGA Saturn! I know you have like the greatest mascot in history, Sega Sanshiro, but come on. And if nobody's ever seen those classic Sega Saturn adverts from Japan, watch them. Just search Sega Sanshiro. They're phenomenal. It's like unbelievable. But now we're on the first boss fight of the game, folks, and the audio's crapping out again. You know, I'm gonna sound like I'm nuts if the sound doesn't go dead during the actual recording, but basically this boss fight's easy. Wait for him to fly downwards, and hit him on the dome. Hit him on the dome, like so. And you shouldn't have too much of an issue. I really am confused about the audio. That's worrying me to hell. Whoa! God damn it. But rinse and repeat, keep killing him, and you shouldn't have too much of an issue. None of the bosses in this game are really that big an issue. They're nothing to worry about all that much. So don't fret. Either way, there's the first boss complete. I'm gonna pause the game and restart the session right now. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time in the next zone, Rusty Ruin. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye!